Hey guys, what's up? Murderofbirds here. Welcome back to the channel. So we're going to be jumping into the next batch of episodes for Red vs. Blue Season 12. The second act of the Chorus Trilogy continues. I believe this is going to cover episodes 5, 6, 7, and 8. And based on the first batch and this one, I feel like the episodes are incredibly dense. This is like almost a half-an-hour batch similar to the first one. So I feel like there's just going to be a lot of information to be had, a lot of moment-to-moment situations that are going to be happening, especially with Tucker and the gang having their small battalion ready to kind of go behind enemy lines, and get the leaders, get Washington, get Sarge, get Donut and whoever else is there, out of the enemy struggle or the enemy's control. So, I really like how these episodes are coming along. The last batch of episodes definitely has set up a lot of what I feel like this season is going to entail, especially with Tucker being in the driver's seat now, being in that leader position, making some of those important decisions that, yeah, you got the data, that gave you a win in terms of how to go about, your next course of actions in this war, but those actions have consequences. 2 of your squad mates had died. Locust is also kind of just like there for the show, you know what I mean? He's a third party, he's a wild card, he's very cynical in nature, and I feel like that has a lot to do with his backstory, with his history of just being a product of war, seeing people most likely die, people that, he even mentioned that on his way to the Reds and Blues, he had 3 other people with him, and he was the only one that made it through. So I feel like Felix has seen his fair share of stuff, and that's why he has this very jaded, very cynical viewpoint of like, I don't care who I'm trying to help. I'm always trying to get something out of it at the very least, so that way it's not all for naught. You know what I mean? If these people die, I'm just going to move on to the next task because that's war, that's life, that's the job I signed up for. And I don't really know how that coincides with Locust because Locust is doing, we don't know shit about him. Like, he's so enigmatic, especially based on the fact that we don't even know his real name, right? His name is Locust based on his armor. He seems very methodical and very dead set on just killing and being on the enemy side, right? The Federalist of course side. And I don't really know what his motivations are. I don't know if he feels the same way as Felix does, if he has similar backstory and history to the way that he does things compared to Felix, since they are both in the same profession. But I'm very interested to see more of maybe if there are other mercenaries, or even how the mercenaries will respond or react to someone like Carolina, who is apparently the head of control right now, and that's who that's who Locust is currently answering to. But in terms of going into this batch, based on how the last episode fared out, like I said, Tucker's in the driver's seat now. I love how he's becoming the main character of Team Blue, because Blue forwards the plot, all that stuff. I like how he is slowly but surely getting some perspective, not only from making those direct calls himself, right? He actually was directly responsible for one of his teammates dying because he decided to go for the data. And I actually picked up on a neat little fun fact. So someone in the comment section for the early access mentioned a couple of the voice actors, and I didn't pick up or remember all of them because I read it a couple of days ago. But I guess Brandon Farmahini and Chris Damaris voiced the 2 soldiers that ended up dying. And I think Jessica Negri voiced one of the female characters when Griff was going on about his story about the meta, and she was like, oh, so hot, and she was there with Katie Jensen, who's voiced, of course, by Barbara Dunkelman, which I popped off about because that's super cool. But yeah, I think that's super awesome to just see more, or hear rather, more familiar faces at Rooster Teeth during the early days be, more incorporated into the cast of voice acting, if you will. But yeah, going into this next batch, I feel like this rescue mission is slowly going to start getting its sea legs and playing out. Each of the Reds and Blues handpicked basically their doppelganger. You know what I mean? Like, they essentially picked out their doppelganger, their protege, someone that I feel like they see as a mirrored reflection of them. But, obviously a much more younger, inexperienced self. Palomo, who is also voiced by Carrie, which is super cool, is a direct reflection of Tucker. Bitters is a reflection of Griff. Katie Jensen is a reflection of Simmons. And I'm not even going to say John Smith is a reflection of Caboose. I don't know what John Smith is, but he seems to be like the ultimate Caboose, like, giga fanboy. Is it just me, or does John Smith sound familiar? I feel like I'm getting him crossed with, like, a character from, like, a Disney show. Like, John Smith. Is that the guy from Pocahontas? I don't remember. I also feel like I heard the name in Red vs. Blue at some point. I don't know if it was from Caboose or anything, or if that's a reference that they're deciding to call this guy a name that was referenced in earlier seasons, but the name John Smith alone, like, is stuck in my brain as something that, like, I've heard before. So just let me know about that in the comments. I really think John Smith, I really think that's, like, from Pocahontas, like, the guy that she finds and, like, nurses back to health or whatever. Anyways, yeah, so we're gonna be jumping into this next batch of episodes. I'm really excited to see how this rescue mission is gonna go. Like I said, they need to get Washington, Sarge, Donut. Fingers crossed that Freckles made it for the sake of Caboose. We don't even know where Doc is. Lopez also, I feel like he's just going to be rebuilt at some given point in the future. Give Sarge time and it'll happen. But yeah, everything else is kind of coming together relatively well. This is only the second batch of episodes. I love Vanessa Kimball, by the way. I just want to give a quick shout out again to Vanessa Kimball and to Lindsay Jones, because I think Lindsay does a really good job in a leadership position. I feel like it's a little different for Ruby, because I feel like there are times where Ruby has, like, those motivational leadership speeches, and it kind of falls short because it's like, you're still learning, you're still growing. I don't really see that leadership role the same way that I feel like I see it in Vanessa, who is already in that leadership position, who's already fighting this big war, and is doing her best to kind of instill to the Reds and Blues that they can be the beacon of hope for everybody else around them. And I just love that Lindsay takes on a much more adult, mature position in Red versus Blue, but also a leadership position. Like I mentioned in the last batch for the discussion, she has polar opposites. It's like an adult leader who's been through some shit and a child leader who's still kind of finding her way and, you know, making her way through the world and trying to do the best she can with every given day and every given experience. So I just want to give a quick shout out to Lindsay Jones. She does a great job with the character. Again, big shout out to Barbara Dunkelman. I popped off. I really like Katie Jensen, and I just hope none of the characters that the Reds and Blues handpicked out died, because I feel like that would be a major blow. Granted, it would be a major gut punch to have someone that you handpicked fall in battle under your leadership, right? I feel like everyone that was handpicked is under the leadership of the person who picked them, right? Their mentor, but then they answer to Tucker, who is the general leader of the squad. So it falls on whoever individually, but then it also falls on Tucker because, it's the chain of command. It's how things work. God forbid it's Palomo, though, because that's Tucker's handpicked character, and he's the leader of not only him, but the general team, and that will kind of affect team morale as well. So ultimately, I'm just wondering how everything is going to fare, how everything is going to come together. I'm very, very excited to jump into this batch, and I hope you guys are as well. Now, before we jump into the actual reaction, I do want to check out something prior to doing that really quick. There is some additional content that I was made aware of, both from, people in the comment section and people on Patreon, that there are some sponsor cut audio logs that give a little bit of context between the events of seasons 11 and season 12. I also haven't seen the season 11 trailer, and people have told me that the season 12 teaser trailer is now, safe to watch now that I've seen the first 4 episodes. So I am going to check out all of that. It's going to be about 10 minutes or so of just extra content before we jump into the reaction. So I hope you guys look forward to that. Don't be afraid, though. I am not watching anything on season 13, trailers, teasers, nothing until after I finish season 13. So I just don't want to be spoiled on anything, because that's like the climactic conclusion of this trilogy, and I want to be able to go into it as blind as possible and enjoy everything, experience everything as I'm watching it for the first time. So don't worry about any of that. I also want to give a very special thank you to everybody for the kindness, generosity, and support that you guys show me on YouTube, who enjoy these videos as they come out weekly, and more directly, those of you over on patreon.com/murderofbirds who have continued to show your direct support of these videos, who leave your comments, who leave feedback, and have just been overall supportive in my endeavors of being able to put out content like Red versus Blue and Ruby, and I'm really, really happy that you guys have enjoyed it. And I just want to give an extra special thank you to everybody in the Wizard of Remnant tier and higher, that being Bungle Queen, Ezra Lee, Ian Dodd, Jacob Iyer, Jamie Coleman, Juberski, Kiba Bodaway, Matthew Trapp, Michael, and Zombie Killer 451. Thank you guys all so much for the support, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. All right, so this is just going to be a quick rundown of the Red versus Blue season 11 trailer. We've already finished season 11, so if anything, I'll probably just criticize if they showed anything that was in fact spoiler worthy. I did want to stay away from it, because anything that is shown typically will get shown in the episode, and if I see something in the trailer, I'm going to keep thinking about it until it's shown in the show proper. So we're going to check this out. 3, 2, 1, now.
Journal entry
101.
Everything can be traced
Hey!
back to Project Freelancer.
Yeah. Oh,
Then
yeah.
charged
Big
with
spoiler.
corruption, and the soldiers who followed them were blind.
Yep. Yep.
didn't think
Oh
I
my
could believe in
God,
anyone
bro.
anymore.
You just gave away
Then-
both characters.
I met the Reds and Blues.
Oh no. I'm so glad. I'm so glad I didn't watch this shit.
But how can he tell? Will somebody please fix his helmet?
I'd like to introduce you to the new
Oh my
Mr.
God,
Randy.
Lopez
Where did you
2.0.
find
Yo,
this
they just
robot?
revealed
Name
everything.
is Freckles.
Freckles
That's
too? Oh my God, I'm pretty sure they revealed Carolina in the end credit scene too.
Stupid cool, I mean.
We've yet to get our communications dish online.
Jesus, I'm so glad I didn't watch this shit, dude. Yeah, that sniper right there,
Where do you think
I would have
you
thought
are?
that that was like
What do you
church or
mean?
something.
You've landed in the
Or
middle
Epsilon.
of a civil war, and I'm on the side that's trying
Oh
to
my
keep you
God,
alive.
trailers
So how
suck
bad is
sometimes, man.
this? The man coming for us is named Locus. He's
Yeah.
a merc like me.
Locus and Felix,
You know,
a badass.
terrifying. The rebels need your help. They're
Wow.
hoping you might be the key to winning this
No
war.
bullshit. I feel like if I had watched this
Fuck you,
trailer.
meat sack. Your logic is flawed.
You are the biggest fucking nerd.
Yeah, true that.
We're not
Hey,
telling you anything. We still don't even
Sheila!
know if we can believe you. Well, believe this. If we don't
I
prepare
would
for
have
a
thought
fight,
that was like Sheila Tank.
might as well just be ready.
Bro!
Initiate piggyback sequence!
Bro, I'm watching the entire season right now.
You realize we're all going to die because of him.
Yo, Tucker! Pop it off, dude.
No soy rosa.
Yep, they, dude, everybody! Did they show Doc? I don't know if they showed Doc. Oh, never mind. Yep, they showed everybody. I'm just waiting for Carolina. End credit scene.
As many great 21st century movie trailers once said, this is only the beginning.
Oh my God.
Text would appear on the screen, and the music would cut out abruptly.
Bruh. Rooster Teeth. What's wrong with you? What are you giving people in the actual Like, I just watched season 11 again. Like, that literally gave me everything of season 11. That's actually kind of crazy. Not gonna lie. I honestly was surprised they didn't show off the end credit scene with Carolina there. Yeah, I dodged a bullet. Thank you, Georgia, for letting me know not to watch that. And to anyone who said for me to watch this season 11 trailer, you have no idea what you're talking about. You're absolutely invalidated. I understand the teaser trailer, but there were even some people that were telling me to watch the season 11 trailer. That spoiled every new thing that I was hyped and excited about when I watched it. So yeah, definitely dodged a bullet there. Okay, so moving on from here, this is RT sponsor cut. I believe these are journal entries. It says audio so it says audio journal recovered from the planet Chorus. RVB season 12 begins April 28th. So these are, I believe, audio files that were found between the end of season 11 and the start of season 12. So that would be around the time that the Reds and Blues joined the rebellion and are going through training and stuff like that with Vanessa Kimball and, you know, all of the other privates and recruits and stuff like that. So I think this is from the perspective of Tucker, Simmons, Griff, and Caboose, if I'm not mistaken. So they're all about a minute and a half. So let's check these out. And this is, in case anyone's curious, this is on the Rooster Teeth website. Oh, yep, Tucker. Hey.
You're joking, right? Do I look like I'm joking? Oh no, dude, you're wearing a fucking helmet.
Felix and
But
Tucker.
I'm pretty sure you're glaring at me right now.
Tucker, yeah.
So, Felix is making us all keep diaries while we're with the New Republic.
Nice. That's a good
Journal.
idea.
Can I get some privacy, please? He thinks it will help relieve stress or whatever.
Wow.
Apparently that's what Kimball does. But look, if she needs some stress relief, my
Oh.
door's always open.
Bow chicka bow wow.
Bow wow.
Oh boy.
Man, that's not as much fun when you're alone.
Yeah.
Bow chicka bow wow. Hey, are you taking this seriously? Are you familiar with the definition of privacy?
Bro, leave him
We
alone.
tried training all the soldiers at once, but that was pretty much the worst idea ever. So now we've broken them up into smaller teams. We trained them, they trained the others.
Okay.
Blah, 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 blah. Man.
Tucker is not
I don't
taking
know
this
how Wash did
seriously.
it. I mean, these guys are all pretty stupid, but they're no caboose. Ugh.
Yeah, now
I wonder where he is now.
Yeah.
Tucker, I'm in my bunk. I was really right here the whole time.
I was talking about Wash, idiot!
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
No one
that's-
around here understands fucking privacy!
Wow. That's kind of nice. I like that. Wow. Gives you a little bit of insight as to like what he's doing between seasons, right? Like just Same old Tucker, Bow Chicka Bow Wows, kind of, it seemed like he was kind of trying to understand, like, how the hell did Washington and Church and, you know, everybody else do it? How the hell did Cappy do it? You know, how do they lead people who are just, like, dumb? And it's like, well, now you know how much of a pain you were to these other people. But yeah, now, you know, if the shoe fits, wear it. Now you're in their position, so... Get used to it, buddy. Okay, so this is entry number 2, so we're gonna check this one out now. So, yeah, I think it's with every character. That one had a little Caboose cameo in there. This is Simmons. Nice.
Captain's log. The year is 25.
Seriously?
Yo, both
You're
of them!
seriously starting with Captain's log?
Yeah.
Well, what else would I start with?
Literally anything?
Journal entry 101. And Griff.
Finally,
oh, so this is both
after
of them.
years of service and loyalty, I've been given my own platoon.
2 soldiers, Simmons. You were given 2 soldiers.
The burden of responsibility weighs
Yeah.
heavily upon my back, but I must endure. I must become a beacon
Embellishing,
of hope
dude.
for my men.
Women?
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
that's fine.
Oh, no, it's totally fine.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
take your
right.
squad
So this was like before he actually handpicked Katie Jensen. So it was Katie Jensen and the other girl who's voiced by Jessica Negri. So he has got a 2-soldier like squad of both female soldiers.
For mine any day.
Okay, so then what's your point?
My point is, you revert back to what I can only assume is your awkward high school years whenever you talk to them.
That's not true.
Yeah.
You're right, sorry.
He's
You
got
were
a
definitely
crush,
awkward
I
through
think.
college too, and also basic training, and AIT, and the first 5 years in the canyon.
Griff, why don't you go record your
Yikes.
own journal? You know, somewhere else?
Because I already finished.
Wait,
Ooh.
Well, it should be finished soon.
No,
I told
you're
my boys
lazy.
to record it for me in their bunks.
you ordered your men to record your personal log.
Yo,
And
bitters.
to bring me some bacon burritos from the mess hall.
What?
It's like a normal burrito, but instead of a tortilla, I use...
Griff, that's an extreme abuse of your position of power.
No,
What
it's
else
extreme
is new?
training for special ops missions. Get on my level, Simmons.
I'm reporting this to Kimball.
Oh, what a snitch! Can't be doing that. You left your. You didn't log out. You didn't log out.
Captain Griff, I've retrieved the package, sir. Quartermaster never even knew I was there.
Excellent work, Matthews.
So, what now, sir?
Matthews.
Now, we sit back, relax, and enjoy 5 hours of Captain Simmons' innermost thoughts.
Letters to girls I never sent. Oh my god. Captain Smith, update on that rash. My first screenplay, Battlestar Galactica fanfic. Letters to girls I know. Oh, that's fucked up, Griff. He can't be doing that, my boy. It sucks that he had Matthews do everything, and then he chose Bitters as his second in command, like his runner-up battalion second.
That's an embarrassing feelings. Pass me that burrito.
That's a yikes. That's a yikes, Griff. That's not very nice, dude. I mean, what else do you expect? It's Griff. All right, so this one's Caboose. I don't know why that started up a little bit. So who's the last one then? Is the last one like Felix or something? Cause like, oh, Caboose. This is
hello! Yes. Hello! Is it? Yeah. Is it recording?
Yes, it is.
Hello!
Hi, Caboose, my boy.
You press the is it the green button? I'm not sure. It's,
It's on, dude. You're recording.
Yeah, I don't think it's recording. Yeah, I don't think it's recording. Yeah, is it green? Is it the green?
Just pretend that
what
it
if-
is. How's
What
that?
if I turn?
Is this whole log is gonna be spent with him trying to
Alright,
figure out if
can you
it's
hear me
recording,
now?
and it's recording.
All right, sure, the volume is good. Yeah, I don't think it's
I don't think it's
working.
recording.
What? Oh, I see the problem. It's under the desk here. I'm just
Oh my god, no! Audio issues is the worst.
Are you supposed to hold the trigger?
Oh
And
my
then
god.
release the trigger?
This is very authentic.
Fire their pedals.
I am not enjoying
Let's
any
see
of this
that
right
you
now.
make it sense. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, good. Okay.
What's the
Yeah,
beeping?
I got the fire going down. So
Oh,
we're
now it's
fine.
on fire,
Okay,
dude.
ready, and
That's bad.
recording.
Fire
In
burning.
3, 2, 1.
Okay. That I should have expected nothing less. Caboose is ultimately a hazard to himself and everyone around, and everything he touches spontaneously combusts into flames. So, what is this one then? Unless it's like Felix or something. Oh! Gray? Whoa! New log entry? Doctors predicted full recovery? Unfortunate. Wait! Locusts? Unfortunate. Doctors predict full recovery. Unfortunate. Patient is unlikely to cooperate. Oh! It's a log of, Washington! Like he, knocked him out. They are a threat and should be terminated. Control? Oh my god! Yo! Carolina straight up saved Washington! Control insists that they live. Carolina insists that they... Yo, Carolina's doing so much behind the scenes, dude. I will be watching them. Who is Control relative to Locust? Like, why is Locust so so absolute to Control? That's what I want to know. He left his name behind. It was David, yep, but he left it behind. Now he is Washington. Oh, I wonder, could I have been a freelancer? Or would they have feared me? He's seeing a reflection of himself and David right now. Because Locust refers to himself as Locust. He threw away his actual name and identifies with his armor class. David no longer goes by David, he goes by Washington, so he kind of threw away a sense of identity there. Well, I don't really think he does, but maybe it's for personal reasons, I think. But yeah, I think that's what Locust is doing right now. He's realizing oh shit, I could have turned out just like that. Holy shit, this is interesting. The other soldiers stare. You would think they believe me to be something inhuman. They want to see if there's a face beneath my helmet, but that face no longer suits me. Holy shit, dude, this is deep. He wants to kill me? I can see it in his eyes. Tell me, Washington, which is the most deserving of my hate? The man who fires the gun? The man who makes the gun? Or the gun? Do you know which one I am? What? Excuse me? Is Locust the one who fires the gun? Is Locust the one who made the gun? Or is Locust the gun? Who is Locust answering to is the question. Whoever Control is, or whatever Control is the one. I think Locust is the tool that's being used to enact all of these actions, right? I think Locust is being controlled by Control. And he has no sense of self, right? He threw away his name. He doesn't even he just we don't know what he looks like or anything like that. He even said he's like, my face doesn't suit me anymore, whatever. No one understands me. You know, he's like, I'm a monster to people. And so I feel like maybe that's why he's doing what he's doing, right? He is useful to the Federalists. He is useful to Control. So he is allowing himself to be an extension of their will, of their orders. And that gives him a sense of worth. Because this right here, is he, who is he? The man who fires the gun? Right? Is he the one calling the shots? Is he the one who made the tool that is being used, right? Is he the product of himself? Or is he just the instrument by which destruction is being called upon, right? Someone else is the man, he's the gun, that other person is shooting to enact all of these killings and mercenary call-outs and all that stuff. Wow. I just learned so much about Locust from this one little audio log. That's insane. Holy fuck, that's crazy. I was not expecting that. I thought we'd get Felix, not Locust, dude. So wait, is Locust not a bad guy? Is he misguided? Is he... I don't know. Is he... am I supposed to think a different way about this character now? That was a very, like, philosophical way of looking inward, looking at himself and saying, who am I? Am I the one that's the product, you know, am I the one causing all of this? Is it somebody else and I'm just their instrument? I'm just an extension of them? Or am I a third party altogether? The fact that he identified with the same way like the freelancers are, right? They don't go by their names, they go by code names, and that's kind of like a detachment of their identity. Because I feel like a lot of them were more headstrong, like were more associated and aligned with the director and everything else that, you know, went on with that. But looking at the situation now, right? Carolina still goes by Carolina, Washington still goes by Washington. So there's a sense of, I don't know, maybe there's just a sense of guilt, a sense of shame, a sense of detachment from the past. Maybe them being called their state name is a way of reclaiming what Project Freelancer took from them. Who knows? I am very, very, very fascinated to learn more about Locust. I still want to learn more about Control, what exactly that is, who answers to Control, why does Locust answer to Control, and more so, I think more so than ever, I think now, like what I just mentioned, I think he is having a bit of an identity crisis to why he's in this fight. And now when I start to think about the song, right, when I start to think about Contact, you know, we are green and gray. I remember the line was like, one will not be forgotten, the other one is wrong. So I'm just wondering, is Locust on the wrong side of history right now? Is he fighting for the wrong reasons? Does he even have a reason to fight other than being useful to someone? Because it doesn't seem like he has a sense of worth. That was very interesting. That was very exciting. The last thing that I'm going to check out, that was so cool, man. I want to learn so much more about Locust. I hope we learn more about him now, this upcoming, like for this season in particular, before we jump into season 13. Because, I don't know, I just feel like there's so much that we can learn from him, especially since he's on the quote-unquote bad guy side. All right, so this is the season 12 teaser trailer, and then we're going to get into the episodes. Oh, here we go.
Journal entry.
Kimball has one too!
At this point.
What? This is awesome. Wow. What an iconic fucking point. The tower, the comms tower. That's so iconic.
For the past few weeks, it's just been one step forward, two steps back. We managed to take an enemy post, but we lose too many men to hold it.
Oh, so time
Felix
skip.
brings in a haul of weaponry, but half of it is damaged beyond use.
Yikes.
And as for our heroes, well, they're technically soldiers.
Yeah, they're not exactly heroes.
Captain Griffith certainly exhibited extraordinary creativity.
Ooh,
and by that I mean
the
he somehow
cube
managed
grenades.
to incorporate infiltrating the mess hall into his men's daily training routine. Captain Simmons has taken up the mantle of leadership with gusto. But he seems to fall apart when it comes to communicating with his squad.
Yeah.
I've talked to them about it, but the girls just can't figure out what's wrong.
He's,
Captain Caboose has officially been forbidden from operating vehicles and heavy machinery.
Yikes.
I won't go into details.
Yeah, that affinity with machines, dude.
Tucker, he's our best bet at this point.
Yes!
He's not smart.
The main
he's not
character.
But he's driven.
Yes.
I just don't know if driven will be enough. The Federal Army has their friends, and they've put a hell of a lot of obstacles between us and them.
Oh wow, she's doing her audio log now
If
too.
we can't even save a few prisoners, how can we expect to save Chorus?
Meh. We'll wing it.
Whoa, that animation looks sick, dude. We'll wing it. Ah, man. I mean, hey, flying by the seat of their pants, dude. That's how they've always been. Maybe that'll be enough, right? Maybe luck will be enough. So yeah, so this is all from the first batch of episodes, which I've already seen, so I think we're good. Tucker, Griff, Simmons, Caboose, Felix, Kimball, Locust, Carolina! Oh. Yo, this is a new song? Yo, that's a new song. I heard that there's another song like for season 12, and then season 13 is Contact Redux. So I think that's the song of season, like the theme of season 12. Oh my god, yo, I'm starting this next batch. Let's go, dude. Yeah, so overall, I think that was a lot of supplementary content that definitely at least fleshes out a bit more of the things that have happened, you know, between season 11 and season 12. Season 11 trailer was literally a spoil on the entire season, so I'm glad I avoided that like the plague. Season 12's gave like a little bit of insight to like, okay, everyone is actually training. Vanessa Kimball is learning some of the strengths and weaknesses of the Reds and Blues, and then those little audio logs were just kind of like cool, like messing around moments. The Locust one was the one that I gravitated towards mostly just because, you know, obviously he's the new character. I feel like I just peered into his mind a little bit based on how he was referring to Washington and referring to like the man who shoots the gun, the man who makes the gun, or the gun itself. So I really am looking forward to seeing more of Locust now, especially after that. So thank you to everyone who recommended that. But with all of that said, we are going to be jumping into the reaction for Red vs. Blue Season 12 episodes 5, 6, 7, and 8. I hope you guys look forward to it. Thank you guys so much for the support. As always, if you guys have any thoughts, leave them in the comment section down below. And we're going to be starting this in 3, 2, 1, now. Red vs. Blue Season 12. Nice. I also noticed that it's the same... Hold on. I also noticed that that intro and instrumental is the same, except it's not a whistle anymore. It's just like guitar strumming. So do 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 do. All right, here we go. So Smith's camera or Smith's view.
Hello.
Jensen.
Can you hear me?
Palomo.
Yes.
Bitters.
Jesus. What's the point of this again?
Hey.
This is going to make you all better fighters.
Tucker.
Tell him, Simmons.
Jensen and I have installed capture software into all of our helmets,
Nice.
allowing us to transmit what we see on the battlefield to a local server.
That's kind of
Wait,
cool.
Do they only record on the battlefield, or are they recording all the time?
All the time.
Dodging a bow wow.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh my
Dude, it's
god.
fine. But what if it records me doing something embarrassing, like looking at Jensen's butt or something? Excuse me?
Just don't look at Jensen's butt, Palomo.
Well, now I'm way more aware of her butt than usual. It's throwing me
Damn.
off.
I mean,
Hello?
I'm looking
still
at her
in the
butt
ceiling.
now.
Still don't see how this is supposed to make us any better. It's like this. Sometimes you're with a lady, right?
Yo, the
And
kill
she wants
cam.
to spice things up. So
Everyone's
you're
got
like,
a kill
boom,
cam.
video camera. And she's into it. And then you're like, oh, yeah. But then what's even better is that later you can go back and look at those tapes and figure out what was really
Yeah,
working
of course.
and what you can do better.
Of course Tucker would use it that way.
It's like football coaches reviewing clips of past games.
Hey.
Sure.
Kinda.
I mean, if you're into football coaches and that works better for you, I guess.
Yeah.
No judgments.
All right, we're good to go.
Hey,
Set up
the
training
whole
weapons.
squad!
I told someone
Are we
else
doing the
to set up
mission?
training weapons. You'd make a great manager. I've said it for years. Sorry, I meant terrible. You'd make a
Yikes.
terrible manager. Whatever. You say tomato, I order a subordinate to say tomato.
Okay, so our mission
Hey.
today will be to disarm and apprehend an enemy soldier.
Not gonna lie,
Take
Griff
out
is kind of
one
abusing
guy.
his power.
That's doable.
The soldier is Felix.
Felix!
What? If
Wow,
we can
that
take out the
animation.
best fighter in the New Republic, I'd say we stand a pretty good chance against any of those feds.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't agree to this. You don't have to. Just do what you normally do. But know that you'll have a giant bullseye painted across your back.
Holy shit.
All right, fine. Bring it on, tough guy.
Yo,
I will.
1v8?
And when we capture you, you're going to tell Kimball that we're approved for the mission. Fine.
If
Good.
you do.
Great.
Fine. Whatever.
So, are you just going to stand there or what? No, I was sticking my tongue out at you.
Nah.
I guess I'm wearing
You
a helmet,
can't see it, yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah. Alright. Locust is, I'm sorry, Felix is gonna play along.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. Private Ganoush and I were given the task of editing down all the
Ganoush?
footage from your training
Who are
session.
these guys?
What we believe to be some of the more eye-opening moments from today's events in hopes
What
that
the
they might
fuck
help you strategize
helmet
in the
is that?
future.
Look at
Like
that
a highlight
freaking
reel.
visor.
Like a reel. Why don't we get started?
Oh.
Hey guys, welcome to my helmet cam.
Palomo
today,
cam.
We're gonna be trying to take down Felix. So.
Oh, good
let's see how
luck.
it goes.
Good
bad.
luck.
Could be good. Could be in the middle.
Who are you talking to?
The audience. What
Oh
audience?
my god, he's
We're
over here
recording
like
this for
streaming.
ourselves. You're the audience.
He's like
Oh, yeah.
commentating.
Hi, me. Hi, Palomo. Can we skip this part?
Sure. Not like we worked hard on this or anything.
Oh dear.
Huh?
So who was the other guy's name? Like one of them was
Okay,
Private
Felix is right over
Ganoush?
there.
Bitters, hand me a flashbang.
Oh, right.
Was I supposed to bring those?
About that. Hurry up, he's getting away.
Griff, you were
I
in
don't
charge
have
of the
any. I told you
ammo.
to grab them.
Bitters doesn't have it
wasn't
either.
Really listening?
What? World's
Oh my
worst
god.
manager. Let's not argue semantics, Simmons.
That's not what that word means. Does anybody have a fucking grenade?
I gave mine to Caboose.
You what?
Bro, it's like everyone. No! Third worst throw of all time.
Fucking
idiot. I can watch this for hours.
Jesus Christ, how long is this video?
Hours. I just fucking said it. Pay attention.
Jesus.
Does it get any better? Define better.
Oh, come on, let's
Damn.
go. Go where?
To try this again.
Another one. Let's run it back.
It's gonna be good.
I'll make some popcorn.
Damn, these two are gonna have like their own like YouTube compilation. Dude, that's so cool, man. I love the bits and pieces of animation that they put in.
am too good looking? I mean, it's possible. It's a science
Who's
fiction.
that? Oh,
No, fair.
you got wrecked, my guy. Yo, Felix
holding
is
a
spitting
training
game
gun,
right now. Oh.
Yes, sir. Well, that's good to know.
Oh, this is actually kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually there with them too.
I don't get it.
Kaboo, stop laughing at yourself. Yo, drop and give me 20. Sarge would be proud. Oh, come on, Griff. Really, Bitters? God damn it.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh, you fool. This is actually really entertaining. I like this.
Headed towards. Anyone else have eyes on the target?
Jensen, no.
No.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Oh, man, I like this, man. It's just more red and blue shenanigans. It's like 2 times the red and blue shenanigans. Yeet! Oh!
1 Mississippi.
Oh!
2 Mississippi.
You idiot! You didn't cook the grenade!
Mississippi.
Kobe! Goddamn. This is so awesome. Dude, I love the perspective with the animation. That's so sick. What are you doing? He's just like,
At what point did you think I knew what that meant?
oh!
Oh, shit.
So, dude. Yo, everybody and their mother's laughing at you guys right now. That's a yikes for me, Chief.
Okay, that was actually kind of funny.
What was that, Griff getting
I have
punched?
to admit, I've never seen these guys laugh so much before.
Why are you being
Hey,
so hard on
you guys
us?
are
Come again.
you guys are
All
lightening
we
the
need is a green
mood.
light from you, and Kimball lets us save our friends. So why the hell can't you just lighten up for once?
Because you will die.
Exactly.
You know, for people who've done so much, you really are just a bunch of idiots, aren't you?
Yes.
That's what we said from the start.
Yes.
So then why are you trying to still be something you're not?
Felix!
Oh. Uh-oh.
Whether you go or not is ultimately up to her. But risking the lives of more people?
No,
That's on you.
I thought you didn't care about losing people.
I don't. But you do.
But you do. Exactly, bro. It's like I fucking was
We need
thinking
to
what he
talk.
was thinking.
Could it not be as depressing as the talk we're having right now?
Nope.
Well, I can't make any promises.
Jesus. Oh, man. Yeah, so they are screwing up hardcore, not gonna lie. I honestly don't know how they're gonna wing it. Unless they just, like, get their shit together. Like, it's like double the shenanigans because their
I like to come down here when I
proteges
need to think.
are worse than they are.
It's peaceful.
It's really glowy.
And green.
That's the algae. Don't touch it. It's radioactive.
Oh, boy.
Tranquil.
Tucker, I'd like to apologize for Felix's behavior.
Vanessa!
He was out of line.
Yeah, he's kind of an asshole.
He's just worried.
He's cynical,
Right.
but he's...
I could really feel his concern when he dislocated my shoulder yesterday.
He puts on a tough guy act, but deep down, I know he
cares.
cares about you guys.
Kimball, I hate to break it to you,
Tough
but the
love.
dude doesn't give a shit about any of this.
Tough
He's
love,
just in it for
dude.
the money.
It's more complicated than that.
Oh. Are you banging?
Jesus,
Oh,
no.
come
just
on,
saying,
Tucker,
gotta suffer
stop.
money.
We are not banging.
So you're single.
Felix may not be fighting for the same reasons we are, but he has more than enough motivation to win this war.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
he's still fighting.
Things weren't always this bad. The tides have turned time and time again, and we've come so close to victory.
God, I love
Only to
Lindsay,
be pushed back to the
man.
brink of defeat. But whenever things looked their worst, Felix was there with vehicles or weapons or
Always
even
came in
just a plan
clutch.
of attack. I never wanted to be a soldier, Tucker. None of us did.
You were forced to be.
But Felix? He chose this lifestyle. And he chose it because he's good at it.
Yeah.
You know, for his boss, you really make it sound like you need him more than he needs you.
Well, I wasn't always his boss.
Oh.
He was in this fight before I was even an officer.
What?
Tucker, I am the 4th person to lead the New Republic.
Holy
repeat,
shit!
Our first leader was killed in action. The second was assassinated at what we had been told would be a peace treaty.
Oh.
And the third was blown out of the sky while trying to leave Chorus for help.
Oh my god.
What are you doing?
Call me crazy, but I suddenly don't feel as safe around you.
I guess my position
I
does
really
have a
hope
pretty
she
quick
doesn't
turnover.
die now.
Okay, now you're talking my
Now
language.
you have like a
Touch me, and you'll sink to the bottom of this lake.
No touching.
you have a
That's what I
death
thought.
flag on you.
So
What's
Felix
gonna
has
happen
been on the
to
Rebels
you
payroll
now?
for a long time. What makes you think he won't just up and leave whenever he's made enough money? I know I would.
You can't.
I mean,
apparently,
if I
you
wasn't
can't
so
leave
invested in your
Chorus.
cause.
Like I said, Felix has more than enough motivation to win this war.
What's
The
he
thing that keeps him
fighting
fighting?
for?
It's the same thing that's kept us from victory for so long.
Locust?
It's what took your friends.
Locust?
It's Locust.
What? Oh! What? Excuse me!
Dead, front and center, on the double.
They do
Something
have
wrong, sir?
history!
Oh, you better believe something's wrong, Private Smith.
Wait, I thought we were
Bro.
lieutenants.
I'm a private.
Mercenaries
Private,
stick
whatever,
together,
just listen here,
freelancers
Captain.
stick
I thought
together.
Tucker was our captain.
No, Tucker's our leader. I think Griff's still a captain.
Wow.
Are we still lieutenants?
Wait,
Well, I
wait,
don't
wait.
see
Okay,
why
okay,
not.
real
Yeah,
quick.
assistant.
I wonder if Locust is doing this as an excuse just to, like, stick around Felix. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's like he's the competition. Like, Felix is the competition that Locust yearns for to be worthy or to be, like, Felix gives Locust purpose. It's so fucked up to think about because you're killing actual people in the process. But Locust is keeping Felix from his goal, while Locust is probably, I don't fucking know. I don't know what Locust is on the Federalists for. But I'm wondering, like, if they're on opposing sides, I don't think it was always like that then. Wow, man, that's interesting. Holy shit, that's interesting.
Listen
I
to
feel like
your
they used to be
captain!
buddies or something.
Okay, I'll bite. What's going on?
We have had a major breach in security, Simmons. A major fucking breach.
We have?
Oh?
Someone from this squad has stolen from my very secret and very personal food stash.
Oh, shut the
right.
fuck up,
God
dude.
help us if you only have 9 meals a day.
Oh, this wasn't just petty
9
theft,
meals
Simmons.
a day.
This was murder.
Oh, boy. Who did it?
Now we all
probably
agreed
Palomo.
that it was the tag's fault. What?
A little Debbie jelly cream pie I've been saving for emergencies.
A
is
little
now
Debbie?
missing
Okay,
and
you know what? I
pursued.
kind of respect
No,
that.
I don't believe it.
Neither can I.
You've knowingly had food within arm's reach and haven't eaten it yet?
I
Oh,
have been
come
hiding
on,
it since
dude.
basic
Always a
training,
crack,
Simmons.
a wisecrack.
But that would mean it was years old.
How many years?
Let's not get into specifics. Let's just say it's old.
Oh,
Still
boy.
so young.
That's disgusing.
Oh, I know. But
Was
we're
it
about to
sealed?
find this
Hey,
sick son of a
it's still
bitch.
cool if it's
Don't
sealed.
you worry about that.
Yeah, he's probably got indigestion.
Yeah, and even though we all blamed the tank, kind of feel like Church had a little something to do with it too.
You see,
Church!
only one man in the
I
squad
miss
knew about
Church.
my food locker. He'd seen it after every training mission I gave him while he was in my squad.
Bitters?
After every single raid on the mess hall.
Bitters?
He reported back to me, and I thought I could trust him, but it turns out I was wrong. Isn't that right? Bitters?
Uh-oh. He's like, yeah, I did it.
Well,
what
do you
of
have
it?
to say for yourself?
I did.
I think my stomach is dying.
Damn it, Bitters. I thought you were cool, but it turns out you're nothing but
Bro,
lazy, good for nothing, dirtbag. Hey, leave him alone. Shut it, Simmons.
Simmons?
Simmons?
What?
Oh, wait. I mean,
Griff, you're starting to sound like Sarge.
Holy shit!
what is happening to me?
I think you're having a mental breakdown.
Yeah, those are my favorite kind.
Being
Bro!
thrust into a position of power must be putting too much stress on your brain. Now it's defaulting to what you subconsciously perceive to be the symbol of leadership. Sarge!
That's not true.
Oh my
impossible.
god!
No.
You guys have any idea what's going on here?
Not in the
That's
slightest.
kind of crazy. I wonder if, like... I wonder... Yo, I wonder. I was gonna say, just off the top of my head, imagine if Griff and Sarge were like father and son, and he's just like channeling the energy of like Big Dad, and meanwhile Simmons is like he always wanted to be the son that Sarge never had or anything like that. That'd be super cool.
I think I'm gonna vomit.
Oh God, I'm gonna hurt.
That's so weird. He was just like,
let
he
me
just started
get out of
acting
my
like him.
helmet.
Now I'm getting like Carolina and the director vibes, because it's like
Lucas have to
father
do
and
any of
daughter.
When the Federal Army heard we had hired a mercenary to help our side,
They hired
decided
one.
to do the same.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't just find any contract killer. They found Felix's oldest rival, his ex-partner, Locust.
I know
You're
it!
telling me Felix used to be friends with that psycho?
Yes!
Not exactly.
Backstory!
They fought together in the Great War, and their squad saw one of the worst battles in UNSC history.
Holy
Felix and Locust never got along. They fought over everything, but
He has different armor
considering
color
what they were
too.
up against, they banded together. And they survived. But surviving isn't always enough. When the war was over, many soldiers had a difficult time returning to civilian life.
Holy shit.
And some of them weren't able to return at all.
Wow, they're too in it.
Felix and Locust were always competitive. But when Locust signed up with the feds, I think Felix took it as a final challenge.
Final
Oh,
challenge?
fuck.
Locust knew that his mission would mean killing his former ally, but he took it anyway.
Wow.
Either the money was too good, or Locust wanted to know, once and for all,
Who was better?
which of them was better.
Yep. It's a challenge.
We all have our reasons for fighting, Tucker.
Oh, that's kind
And
of
I know that yours are your
sadistic.
Your 5 days are almost up, and I don't know when we're going to get another chance like this.
You know, I think I respond better to positive reinforcement.
I'm just saying, you should make the most out of the time you have left.
Yeah, you never
Your
know
squad
what's
may
gonna
be improving
happen.
slowly, but they're improving nonetheless. You just need to keep trying.
Right, because that's been working so well.
Hey,
Feel free to come by my office if you
gotta
ever
try.
need anything, Tucker.
there's nothing wrong with that. Holy fuck, dude.
Have fun, Zone.
I
Tucker's
cannot
back.
believe
Tucker,
that.
come here.
So they actually have history. They used to be old squad mates, and now they're rivals based on who was better. Are you fucking kidding me? I get it. They couldn't go back to civilian life. They were too into it. Like, they're killing machines. They're good at what they do. They're good at killing. But, like, this is kind of ridiculous, man. Like, really? Is that what it ultimately comes down to? Who's better? That's so petty when you have, like, this massive war going on. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Locust, like, starts second guessing if he's on the right side, because I honestly think he cares more about this little, like, personal vendetta with him and Felix than he does actually being on the Federalist side. Like, he only joined the Federalists so he could face off against Felix. Meanwhile, all the fucked up shit that's probably going on the planet, he's a byproduct of that because he's willingly, like, enforcing all that stuff to go on. And, like, I don't know, man. He seems so alien. I know that sounds probably, like, weird to say, but he doesn't come off as very humane at all. Like, in the way that he, like, everything. He just seems like a killing machine. And, again, that kind of is, like, almost like what he perceived in that audio log, or that service log, where he was like, oh, all of the other people look at me weird. They look at me like I'm a monster or something. And it's kind of like, well, when you decide to join a war simply to kill someone else to prove that you're better, okay, what happens when you kill Felix? You're the best and now you're alone. Like, GG, boys, you know? I don't know. I am, like, kind of low-key worried about this. I really hope Felix goes with them now.
Come here. Tell me I'm cool. Tell me I'm lazy and that I don't play by the rules.
What?
Be my Sarge.
Southern accent.
Aw.
Drop it, give me booty.
What?
We're dealing with some issues.
Well, hurry up and get
Yeah.
over it. I need you guys to meet me at the bus.
He's having
in 10 minutes.
separation
Why?
anxiety
What's
from
going on?
Sarge.
We're leaving.
Pog, let's go. Tucker's getting his head on right, you know? All of these personal conversations, they're really working wonders on him. I like it.
Where are we going?
Ah, is it to the park? Oh, I know, it's the beach. Wait a minute, you're not taking me to the vet, are you?
Oh,
No,
come
we're going
on.
to break into that compound and bust out our friends.
Whoa!
We still have some time left to train the squad.
Without
Why would
Vanessa?
we leave now?
Because the squad's not coming with us.
Are they going in a separate car?
No.
Ah, so they're
Yo,
flying.
the
You know, I have
OG
an extra
squad?
bag to check, is that going to be a problem? Cause
No, Caboose, we're going on this mission
Alone.
alone with the squad, got it. Why would we do that?
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but our super elite team sucks.
Yeah.
There's no way they'll be able to pull off a rescue.
I mean,
mission.
they're
We don't
like
know
you
that.
guys,
Kimball
but
could
worse.
still pass us.
They're
I'm
still
not talking
young.
about passing. I'm talking about our trainees blowing up or getting shot. Or
Exactly.
disintegrated or something.
I don't want him to die either. Like,
Yeah,
that's
that's
actually
the problem.
low-key, like,
Look, Felix was
gigabrain right there.
We're just gonna end up getting more people killed.
So
Exactly.
you're saying we should just get ourselves killed instead?
Hey, we've done crazier things than
Better
this.
y'all
Remember that
than-
time we
than
fought, like,
them.
a bajillion hundred
I
robots?
like
We
that,
didn't fuck
man.
that
I
up.
like that a
Yeah,
lot.
church.
Okay, well, what about
I like
CT or
this
the-
a lot because it's like no other scapegoats. I'm sorry if I keep pausing. There's just a lot that I'm saying, and I don't want to get in the way of anything that's happening. We're also halfway through the video. I think this is a lot riskier, but there'll be a lot less casualties, if any. That's like my biggest fear going into this batch, especially when I talked in the discussion of the last batch, where I was like, I really feel like if one of these rookies dies, right, one of these privates, right, Jensen, Bitters, Smith, Palomo, if any of these people die, it's going to be a massive hit to the morale of the team, a massive hit to the Reds and Blues, their respective mentor, and Tucker especially, since he's the overall leader of everybody. So I think this is a really smart leadership-esque decision for Tucker to make. Yeah, it's going to be a lot harder. It's just the four of you, but you four work really well together when you're not fucking it up for everybody else. So if it's just these four, smaller, you know, strengthen numbers, strengthen like a small like squad. So, you know, Tucker, Caboose, Griffin, Simmons, or maybe, you know, mix it up, or maybe they all stay together as they go along. I think this is a good call to make, because I really feel like if the others went along, they would definitely die.
Or the meta.
We got lucky.
Bullshit. Now maybe we can't teach a bunch of people how to fight, but the four of us can totally pull this off. We're not gonna get another
This is
chance like
Tucker's
this.
motivational
We just gotta go in
speech.
and get our guys back. After that, Wash will know what to do.
But even Felix couldn't break into this place.
We're not Felix.
Yeah.
Felix is smart.
We're our
Feds won't
own-
be expecting dumb.
Hey,
We're our
who
own
are you
people.
calling dumb?
Shut up.
No, Simmons, I was just asking for some clarification.
Oh,
I'm a
okay.
little lost.
Look, we keep trying to strategize and use code names and act like real soldiers, but we're not. We haven't been from the beginning.
True.
So why are we trying now? I say we just get in there and do what we do best.
Big facts.
Which is?
Fuck
I have
around.
no idea.
Wing it.
But whatever it is, it's worked for us before.
Hey.
That's your plan? We just show up and wing it? That's the worst plan I've ever
All
heard.
right, let's do it.
Yeah, I knew Griff would do it.
You want to do this?
Yeah, so what?
So what? You never want to do anything. Ever.
Simmons, I've been following orders I never liked for years.
True.
You haven't. You disobey orders all the time.
Well,
Everyone's
I don't
coming
wanna
to
be the guy that
realizations.
gives shitty orders that nobody wants to follow. I will not become a Sarge, damn it. There's no way I'm making a bunch of stupid rebels get shot for something I want. So yeah, whatever. Let's just do it.
Yeah, let's do
That's
it.
the most selfless thing you've ever said.
But I want to steal more food before we go.
Okay, that's more like it.
Hey, mission! Simmons.
Yo, them double hamburgers, dude.
How are we getting there?
Ah, yes, okay. I snuck into Kimball's office and grabbed all the data I took from the Fed's lab.
Oh,
We've
shit.
got a map that'll lead us straight to them. All we need is a ride.
Vehicle bay's got plenty of warthogs, I guess.
And I can drive a tank!
No.
No, please don't kill
Wait,
off
what
someone.
about the rebels? I mean, I don't think they'll be happy with us just leaving like this.
Oh, cameras? Whoa.
Hey, Matthews, have you seen the Reds and Blues around?
Oh, shit.
Can't find them.
No, but that might explain why 2 of our Jeeps are missing.
Oh, crap.
Hello, everyone. If you're listening to this, it means we're already gone.
Oh!
It's not you, it's us.
Tell them not to leave the lights on!
Caboose, not now.
Wait, are they leaving a message behind?
Damn it, Tucker.
They just left us?
Who left us?
Oh!
Oh, no.
They didn't say goodbye. Never say goodbye. If you don't say goodbye... Oh man, they took
the ability to
the unsung message
North.
of Texas.
I don't know.
What do you mean? That's a great, terrible superpower.
If you don't say
Yeah,
goodbye,
but
you're
you can
not really
still
gone. You're
fly.
just
You
not
can
there
only
right
fly
now.
north. It's so inconvenient. Once you land, you've got to walk wherever you are
Oh
going.
shit, this is where the
I
pilot
guess
landed
so.
before.
Okay, what about the ability to teleport 1 foot at a time?
Teleportation cubes?
Nah.
You're meh. Road trip sucks.
Hello?
Oh
Anybody home?
no!
We've got some cars
Body
we need
bags!
fuel.
There's probably that dead body around here somewhere, I swear to God.
Yeah, I know the odds, but I still think it's just fun.
This place looks deserted.
Woohoo, let's loot. I've always
Uh-oh.
wanted my own Slurpee machine.
They're gonna come
Oh,
across
dude, let
that
me know if
pilot's
they've got any
body watch.
Me too! One with
Wait, this is where Locust
Specifically
answered to
ones with
control.
You know what I'm saying?
What was that?
The fuck was
Maybe
that?
the owners.
Oh, man. Can't we just pretend they're not here and loot anyway?
Hey, Caboose, go tell them they've got customers.
No.
You guys are filling up the cars.
Do it yourself. I'm gonna take a leak.
I guarantee
right,
you,
be sure
Griff
to
is
get my
gonna find the
lottery
body.
My numbers are 5, 7. Don't forget them.
Okay. Please be careful, everybody.
I know we
That
did a bunch of
sound was
inspirational
very
crap
eerie.
back at the base, but it's times like these when I really wonder how we haven't been killed yet. You know?
Right him by the
Power
seat
to
of your
turn into the
pants.
Hulk, but only when you're asleep.
Hello?
Oh, okay.
Just here to use the bathroom.
What the fuck,
Also,
Slurpee?
somebody emptied out your your Slurpee machine. Might want to get that filled.
That's such a cool animation
Man,
sequence,
what kind of
dude.
gas station doesn't have hot dogs?
Oh, they're gonna. I knew it! I fucking knew it.
Smells like
Protect the
somebody
planet.
died.
All employees probably wash their hands before returning to work. Yeah, that dead pilot. I was like, they're gonna find his body somewhere.
I love that song.
Do not disappoint me.
Understood, Control.
Yeah.
Control!
I think
Texas!
I hear the sound
Not
of new
Texas!
friends.
Carolina!
Hello.
Oh!
Tucker! Perfect!
What the fuck is
help me
that?
and my friends come up with a secret high five!
So what's the word? Control says to give it 30 more minutes.
This is a waste of time.
Agreed.
Holy shit.
Who are these guys?
Who are-
Well, they're definitely not the gas station attendants.
Wow, Tucker. I can really see why you're the leader.
Be careful! Don't be
Quiet.
seen!
I can't hear what they're saying.
You know what they say. Orders are orders. Jackson. Yes,
Oh,
Lucas.
Jackson.
Change of plans. Report back to base immediately. The Reds and Blues will be requiring an escort. Understood. You heard him.
Yo,
Grab the gear,
Carolina
bring
is
you back.
keeping everyone safe from behind the scenes, dude.
Where are they going? Tucker, wait.
Even Washington.
They just vanished.
They just left.
Vanished?
Yeah, Carolina's
They said
looking
something
out
about
for you
Reds and
guys
Blues?
somehow.
Oh my god! I know those colors! They're us! They were feds. I heard one of them mention locusts.
Well, they didn't
Yeah.
look like the typical stormtrooper
Jackson,
guys.
I think that's
You
that
think
guy's
they were
name.
Special ops?
I think we should get to that base as fast as possible. Come on, let's go.
Holy shit, dude. All right, this is the last episode in the batch. Carolina's doing so much, dude, and we still haven't seen her. I hope she comes through soon. I wonder what Epsilon's doing, too, man.
Missed. Missed.
Oh. Hey, what's going on, Alpha
I know what I
2.0?
miss.
Miss.
You missing on purpose?
Oh, that's it. Ow, ow, ow,
Oh.
ow. It was a legitimate question.
I'm missing now.
Okay, relax.
Well, I spoke with Kimball. Search and rescue has been denied.
Yeah, well,
Damn.
good riddance.
Oh,
They never cared about us anyway.
How could you say that? They left because they didn't want us getting hurt.
Yeah, well, what do you call this? They didn't take us to get shot, but they sure as hell left us to die.
We don't know
no.
that. They could come back.
Their message didn't exactly specify.
They'll come back. I know they'll come back.
Yeah,
Nice
definitely Tucker's
Wasn't me.
pick.
You shouldn't be so hard on the guys. They did what they thought was best. Can't fault them for that. Still, I'm going to beat the living shit out of those four when I find them.
Uh-oh.
When you find them.
Oh, he's going
Tell
after
Kimball I'm
him.
buying back one of the warthogs I sold her.
But Felix, she said we weren't allowed to go after them.
Oh,
It
shit.
was a direct order.
Well, orders only work on soldiers.
I'm a mercenary.
I am a mercenary.
Yo, let's fucking go, dude. FAC Outpost
According to our
37.
data, the Federal Army base is just on the other side of this wall.
About time.
All right, here we go. Oh my god, there's an ice. It's an ice planet.
So we're here.
Sidewinder.
We bust our way in. Anyone have any ideas?
We could try scaling the wall.
That's a little too obvious. Think dumber.
We could knock on their door.
Too dumb.
That's
I
too
was
dumb.
joking. We could knock on their door. I just said that.
Yeah, but you were joking.
I thought
I
the
was
feds
being
are more
serious.
in consideration.
How do you break into an evil ice fortress?
You melted.
Melted.
Like
I was
ice
just
cream.
about to say that.
Holy shit.
We melt our way in.
Oh,
Wait,
come
wait,
on,
Rick.
dude.
Yes, I win.
What?
We can't go through the wall, and going over
Thought.
it is what most people would do, so let's just go under it.
That's
Exactly.
Okay.
Damn. I never thought I'd say
All
this.
right.
I mean,
yeah, that's
ever.
that didn't age
Seriously.
well.
But good job, Caboose.
Oh, I'm just really glad someone appreciates my genius. Now let's start melting.
Okay.
Caboose, you're wearing a helmet. That's not doing anything.
I just
Okay, well,
realized
fine,
that
then how do you
too.
explain my
I'm like,
just
okay,
lightheaded?
realistically, that's not gonna work. But he's wearing his helmet,
Not
which is
friction.
which is
please
extra
tell me I let
stupid.
fire between their legs.
That's chlamydia.
Friction won't work. It's got to be negative 40 degrees Celsius out here. That's negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit.
I don't know
Freezing.
Celsius.
You people are
That's the
idiots.
thing too.
say it in American next
I
time.
never grew up in class like or in school. Like they never told us how to like translate like Celsius to Fahrenheit. My girlfriend lives in Canada and they measure temperature in Celsius, and obviously I live in the States, so we measure in Fahrenheit. I don't know the difference. So whenever she's like, it's 12 Celsius, I'm like, wow, that sounds really, really cold. And I don't know if it's hot or cold there or whatever. I've never been able to convert like Celsius to Fahrenheit and vice versa. I don't know why my schools just never did that.
Next time.
Oh, I've got it.
Yo, let's go, dude. You're fucking smart as
Is it
hell.
working?
Kinda. Oh! Yeah, worked a little too much.
Where are we? Hey.
Oh!
What was that noise?
Uh-oh, you guys better fucking book it.
I think bad guys are coming.
Dude, the
What do we do?
animation
What do we
is so
do?
cool when you see it. It's like few and far between. I like
It's a
it.
bad idea. No more winging it. I swear, I heard something just around the corner. Let's get out of here. There could be more guards.
These guys sound like they live in the life.
Just a few more feet, and I'll be back. Tucker!
He's like,
What the?
oh!
Huh. Well, would you look at that? Just a couple of harmless snowmen.
This
You
guy
guys
reminds
wouldn't
me
have to
of,
be the ones making all that
Cappy.
racket now, would you?
Uh-oh.
Well, time for some target practice.
Oh! Oh no!
Why, snowman?
Why, snowman?
I cannot believe that worked.
Oh, look at that.
You're welcome.
Wiping
How did
the
you do
snow
that?
off.
I
That's
use the same
such
trick to hide from Sarge all the time back in Blood Gulch.
top-notch use of
Construct it
animation.
And then get inside of a snowman in the middle of a hot canyon.
Hey, Sarge, I
Oh
found
my
him!
god! Blood
It
gold!
wasn't always a perfect plan. According to our intel,
Wow,
there's not much standing between
what
the
a
end of
blast
this tunnel
from
and
the
its detention
past.
facility.
That's awesome.
No, I mean, there's literally nothing between us.
Oh. That's too good to be true.
We'll be spotted as soon as we leave the tunnel.
I don't know. Doesn't look like anyone's around to me.
Oh!
Alright, lunch break's over. Back to your stations, people.
Everybody and their mother just comes out. Yep, there you go. Shit. Damn, dude, you had your one opportunity.
Brand new tank coming in. This will kill any intruders for sure.
I hate
Very
my stupid
specific.
I hate him more. How are we gonna sneak past that?
mouth. We're not.
Glad to hear you're finally making sense, Tucker. Let's go home. Good effort, everybody. We came, we saw, we realized it was impossible.
And we
No
turned
shame in
around and
that.
went home.
Can't help but realize we haven't left yet.
We can't sneak past those guys. So instead, we're gonna make as much noise as possible. If we can cause enough trouble somewhere else, we
Oh.
can draw them away from the prison. What do
Okay.
you think?
Well, it fits with the dumb ideas theme.
I think
I
if we
mean,
fuck up
you
these
guys need to
important-looking
split up,
fights and then
maybe.
haul ass, we can make it into the building.
Ugh, we have to run.
We have to try. Worst case scenario.
Hey,
we
you
end
have
up in
to
jail
try.
with
He's
everyone else
learning.
And just wait for this whole Civil
He's
War thing
picking
to
up
blow
on the
over.
message.
I think worst case scenario is getting shot. Or Griff getting shot and we have to carry him. There's only 3 of us.
You're just calling him fat.
Caboose, do your thing.
Time to clean the pipes.
Uh-oh.
Alert. Catastrophic breach detected in
Uh-oh.
sewage pipeline, Sector 3.
Caboose is popping off, ladies and gentlemen.
Warning. Sewage breach detected in the barracks.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit, my stuff! No!
No, my stuff!
There goes nothing. That's right!
Alright, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Shit! This is the day we have the shit!
Wow, are you kidding me? Holy shit! That actually worked.
Right, last night was taco night! Yeah,
Oh my god. I'm gonna die.
Yeah, you need a whole ass Griff.
I died.
It's the most exercise you've gotten this
Something about
entire
this door.
series.
What do you mean?
It's locked. Hack the door controls or something.
What makes you think I could just hack a door?
You're the smart one.
Oh, no!
All you're good for is hacking
Where's
things
York
and
when
making
you
me
need
look more
him?
handsome in comparison.
I don't have any intel. I don't have any tools. I can't just do it. I need time.
We don't have time, genius. Just pretend like it's a timed math test or something.
I don't work well under pressure. You know that.
Come on. Hey, you did it. I think.
Shit.
Locust? Oh! Washington!
Tucker?
Oh my god, they
Damn,
busted
how
out
did you
too!
here? We came to save you.
But we were supposed to save you.
What?
Bow, bow, bow.
Cliffhanger.
How did that? Actual cliffhanger? What the heck? How did that happen, dude? How did they both know that the other was going for them? That's actually, like, really funny. Holy shit. Hold on a second. I was like, wait, is that Felix? Did he show up? And low-key, nope. The cavalry is here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god. So okay, so I don't think Freckles made it then. I mean, also, you don't really need an excuse. I think we actually saw Freckles, like, not decomposed, but, like, broken down state in Blood Gulch in the Season 12 teaser trailer, actually, now that I think about it. No, I think that was CC Cyclops. I take that back. So, yeah, it makes no sense for them to take the machinery of Freckles. So, unless they go back to that crash site, I feel like Freckles is gone. Holy shit, Sarge, Donut, Lopez, Washington in his OG armor.
What are you boys doing here?
I cannot believe this.
We were were supposed to say.
Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger.
Wow. What a great turnout, man. I honestly wasn't expecting that. Also, like, did they jump at the opportunity? Like, they said that they're trying to save the Reds and Blues. The Reds and Blues just said that they were trying to save them. So in my head, I'm thinking, how did you know they needed saving to begin with? You know what I mean? Like, I guess they thought, like, we're getting out of here to save the Reds and Blues wherever they are, because maybe they thought they didn't make it out alive, or that they're stranded or something like that. Holy shit, everybody's together. Now they need to just all figure out a way to get the fuck out of there. What I'm curious about is Felix is on the way. Locust said, like, the Reds and Blues need an escort? Is this their escort that he was referring to, that Locust was referring to? Right? Carolina also said at the end of season 11, she's like, I'm on my way. So is Carolina about to show up in the middle of this base? Like, we're going to have like the Reds and Blues. We're going to have Washington, Locust, Felix, Carolina, and Epsilon in the same spot. I'm genuinely curious how that's going to play out. Holy crap, that was fun. What a great batch of episodes, dude. What a fantastic batch of episodes. Georgia, I'm going to give you props. I think that was the best episode to leave off just because of the caboose dun 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 cliffhanger moment. I think that was just, like, incredibly appropriate and a little scary how, like, they knew that that was going to shock people. Like, what the heck? You were coming to save us. We were coming to save you. What happened? And then boom, I have to wait until the next batch to see what happens. But this was such a fantastic batch to check out, and just overall experience as a cluster, you know, bunch. There's a lot of stuff to unpack and talk about. I'm really excited to be able to run this back during the review especially, but just getting out my initial thoughts after watching it. I think it's interesting and kind of coincidental that I decided to check out the sponsor cut audio diaries, or the audio journals rather, based on a recommendation of somebody, you know, in my comment section of a previous video. And this was the episode that we got the Locust and Felix backstory, something that I speculated on in the discussion of the last batch, right? And I also think I talked a bit about it during the season 11 review, which was like, I wonder how deep the history between Felix and Locust runs. Is it similar to that of freelancers? Do mercenaries know each other? Do mercenaries, you know, hang out with each other? You know, they're in the same profession. And I felt like Felix and Locust, especially during their initial interactions, it felt like they didn't get along. It felt like they didn't like each other, right? Like Felix called Locust a douche, and, you know, Locust was like, oh, you be lucky I was aiming for your head. Be lucky you didn't actually die. So, like, just the fact that they were talking to each other was enough personality in both of them for me to feel like they had history. But yeah, they have a lot of history. They fought side by side. They were on the same squad. They fought in the Great War, the war that, you know, the director was also, you know, part of the Project Freelancer system. You know, the whole project of Project Freelancer was to aid in the Great War, you know, to contribute to mankind since, you know, the director never fought in that war himself. You know, and that's where Allison died, and that's really what kicked off the entire story. So it's kind of crazy that this Great War with the Covenant, you know, and Master Chief and all of that really is still has ripple effects for other characters in the universe that we haven't known about until last season, you know, Felix and Locust. Yeah, and I think that's incredible. I think the fact that now we also got a little bit of, like, insight to Felix's character, right? Very cynical. At the end of the day, he does care. You know what I mean? If he was just in it for the money, you know, would he really be trying to give, you know, Tucker all of this advice, all of these words of encouragement of like, hey, if you want to make these calls, it's fine, but the decisions you come to, you have to face the consequences. And, you know, if people die, they die, but if you're the leader and you're making those calls, that's on you. So I really do think, like, Felix is trying to instill some words of wisdom because he's been around for so long. He's fought in the war. He's good at fighting. I think that's, like, the number one thing that he knows how to do better than anything. And I think the second thing he knows how to do is help people in a way that doesn't come off like he actually cares. You know what I mean? Like, he wants to, like, be reserved at a distance at least. You know what I mean? Like, he's showing that he cares through his actions, through helping get intel, helping fight off enemies, helping come up with a battle strategy. And yeah, of course he's taking the money. You know, man's got to eat out here. But I just like that they gave us a little bit of that insight. And then on top of that, they flip it around and are like, yeah, by the way, he's fighting because he's motivated, because the person on the other end is giving him that what for, you know what I mean? He's giving him that challenge of who's the best. And it really just comes down to me at this point. I feel like to a degree, I know why Felix is fighting. You know, I think deep down he does care about the simple people that are being caught up in this war, that are being affected by this war. The privates, the Reds, the Blues, Vanessa being the 4th leader of the rebellion, you know, like, and he was here before she was even an officer. So, like, he's been around for a while. I think he's just doing his best to help. And I feel like at this point he is committed to that effort. But at the same time, the carrot on the stick for him is his ex-partner. And for me, I'm wondering if Locust literally joined the Federalists, doesn't care what they're fighting for, doesn't care about like what they get if they win. Like, he's in it to prove that he is better. He's in it for that sense of worth. And I don't really know if he has that without Felix. Like, if you kill Felix, what does Locust have? You know, I think if Locust dies, that's unfortunate, and I don't think at the end of the day Felix will be like, yeah, that's right, I beat you, I'm better than you after all. If anything, I feel like it would be a bit more tragic if Felix died, because he is the more chill, the more personal, and the personable individual of the two. We don't really know anything about Locust. We don't know much about him other than the fact that, like, yeah, he's really good at killing, and now it's kind of a challenge that he sees, because he realized if he took this opportunity, he'd be able to go up against his own buddy, and because he can't go back to regular civilian life. So at this point, they are both driven by being like killing machines. And I don't know, man, that seems like it's gonna come to a pass with both of them. I wouldn't be surprised if they take each other out by the end of the Chorus trilogy, you know, just because it seems like there's not much else left for them. They're always going to find a home with conflict. And, you know, because they can't go back to civilian life. So it's like, what do you do with a soldier that you can't reintroduce to, you know, day-to-day society life? You just try to find the next fight, and then the next fight, and the next. That's why they live the mercenary lifestyle. It makes a lot of sense why they're mercenaries. I just don't know if this is going to spell out a happy ending for either of them. Like, in my heart of hearts, right, from a story-driven standpoint, right, Chorus trilogy, Vanessa Kimball, you know, the Reds and Blues, the privates that are under the leadership of the Reds and Blues, you know, like the are they still lieutenants or are they privates? I know that there was that little bit there. I don't even know what to call them at this point. But basically the proteges of the Reds and Blues, you know, they have a life to live. They, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think this war is something that I would want any of them to have to go through long term if there isn't a conclusion by the end of season 13. But I think moving forward, I honestly feel like there might be a final chapter, a final moment to be had between Felix and Locust. I wouldn't be surprised if they just had like a 1v1 and they were like, yo, let's settle this. Let's try to find this out. Let's see who's better. And then they both die. I don't really know about that, but the episode overall, I think from point A, point B, point C was really well put together. The start of the episode was really comedic because initially it was kind of like, okay, everyone's goofing on the Reds and Blues. They're actually trying to, you know, to get one up on Felix and try to level up to be ready for this mission, and they're just making an asshat out of themselves. And I think there was a lot of entertainment and value in that, mainly from the perspective, like, they lightened the mood, they gave people some laughs, but at the same time, it's like, yo, like, the more you watch it, the more you realize, wow, these are the people that we're, like, putting our faith and believability into, and they're absolutely, like, not doing their job. Another thing I really appreciate is, like, the subtle inclusion of animation, even for like 5 seconds, right? Simmons was like wiping the snow off of him. Griff was going through like that bathroom area or whatever, like with the Slurpee bottle, or like with the Slurpee cup. It's just like quick, like deliberate moments that like enrich that scene, and it pops. And there was actually a scene where like there was machinima in the foreground and then animation in the background. So there was kind of like a blending of both styles, and I just think it looks really, really beautiful. I think it works a lot. It's not overly used. It's like subtle, and therefore it pops out and it stands out a lot more. And I feel like I appreciate it a lot more than if it was just in there constantly. You know, no offense to season 10, because I think season 9 and 10, at least the Project Freelancer side of things, it was all animation, and I think that was like a really cinematic, high quality approach to telling that prequel story. But for this one especially, like, I feel like people we're probably expecting more animation than what they got. I think this is a perfect blend. I personally enjoyed the fact that season 11 was all machinima. And no animation really. I think the first batch rather, let me reinstate that. The first batch of season 12 reintroduced that animation, and I really appreciated and enjoyed that, because like, again, another ode to season 11 being like an old school Blood Gulch vibes season is the fact that it was only machinima. You know what I mean? It was only head bobbing and moving and using the game and, you know, Forge mode and Forge World and all that other stuff to tell the story, and that's what Red versus Blue is in essence at its core. So I think the animation for some scenes, like the finger motions and the body language and the vibrant colors, and I just think it really pops, and I really appreciate the fact that they sprinkled it in there and made it consistent in that regard. So I really appreciated that. So I liked that. I liked the startup of the episode. You know, like I said, the capture Felix montage moment of trying to level up the Reds and the Blues and their proteges to be able to go on this mission. It flopped. Let's be honest. It kind of flopped. It was kind of funny. They were being the butt of everyone's joke, but it was very entertaining to watch. The second batch, we learned about Vanessa Kimball's position, about Felix's backstory. Felix, I guess the internal personality of Felix, and getting a little bit more of his character. We learned a fuck ton about Locust. Both from this episode and the service log that we watched at the very beginning, and yeah, they hatched that plan. I don't know what is Carolina doing, right? Carolina is control, right? Like I'm not misinterpreting that season 11 end credit scene, right? Like Carolina has assumed control of control, pun, and she is calling the shots of what what Locust is doing and what Locust's battalion is doing, right? Like Jackson, those other guys, that one girl, and all that stuff. And she is slowly but surely, like she, in that one service log, she told Locust, keep watch alive. Recently, she was like, hey, you guys need to get out of there. The Reds and Blues are going to have an escort, and just let him go through with whatever. Trust me on this. Whatever control was, Carolina just cut the head off of the snake, assumed control, and she's kind of like she's like paving the map. Like she's paving a path for everybody. I wouldn't be surprised if she had some type of hand in freeing Wash and Sarge and everybody else at the base, and then the Reds and Blues, and I think that's the escort she's referring to, or that they were referring to. Because it just doesn't make any sense. Like, shouldn't they be locked up? Shouldn't they be, like, apprehended and watched? Granted, most of the people went to the barracks or whatever they went because of that breach. But I just feel like Carolina is doing a lot behind the scenes and is just, like, popping off, and we just don't know about it. And I really hope they do something this season. I feel like this season we'll see Carolina, because the season 12 teaser trailer showed Carolina, and obviously the end credit scene of season 11. I'm expecting to see her in season 12. I hope I see her in season 12. I want her to interact with the Reds and Blues again. I want to see what the fuck she's been doing this entire time. I want to find out what the Federalists are, like what's at the heart of the Federalist hierarchy, if there is one, what Epsilon has been doing, how Carolina would react to Felix, how she'd react to Kimball, how she'd react to Locust, how she'd react to seeing Washington again after so long. I don't know. I kind of wonder where her alliances are, because I'm feeling like she is somewhat involved in this war, even though she hasn't been gone for all that long. I don't think they've been on this planet for that long. Maybe a couple weeks, a couple months. Maybe I would say a couple weeks more than anything, because they were worried about running out of food and then being stranded and dying on the planet because they crash landed. I just feel like Carolina is doing a lot behind the scenes to keep the Reds and Blues alive, kept Washington alive, and I can't believe how methodical everything is playing out. And again, it's like, even though she's not on screen, a lot of things that are happening is because of her influence. I just don't know how the fuck she pulled it off. I don't know where Epsilon is or what's going on with that, and I really am just hungry to get more of that. I think the mission was gonna flop right off the jump. I wasn't expecting it to go off as, go off without a hitch at that point, but everything else just ended up working together. The Reds and Blues are back together with their leaders. I hope that this isn't the end of their growth as soldiers, as their growth as leaders, you know what I mean? Even though Washington's back, even though Sarge is back, even though Tucker was like, we're going to go in there, we're going to get them, and then we'll find out what Washington wants to do. I still want Tucker to have that leadership role. I don't want him to just like regress back to the slacker that he was, who's just like, okay, I'm going to have other people take order, make the orders and stuff like that. I feel like he's come too far to kind of like back down now. And Washington has always been building up Tucker for that. Season 11, that's the entirety of Washington's motivation for Tucker, was like building him up to be this soldier that he is slowly but surely becoming now. You know, he made the call to leave the privates behind because he didn't want to endanger them, because realistically speaking, bringing them on this mission would only endanger everyone because they're more inexperienced than the Reds and Blues. Strength are in the small numbers. 4 people, they have synergy, they have camaraderie, they know each other very, very well, a lot more than these 4 new rookies do. And I think that makes a lot of sense to keep them behind, right? And it reminded me of like the don't say goodbye. They didn't say bye, they just left. Realistically, they just left. And it's like, never say goodbye. If you don't say goodbye, you're not really gone. You're just not there right now. And I feel like they will go back and explain themselves. And someone like Bitters will understand, like, no, they didn't just leave you and abandon and desert you because they don't care. It's because they left without saying anything. They didn't want you to follow them. They didn't want you to put yourself at risk, and they didn't want to endanger you in this mission. They wanted to be the sacrificial lamb because you guys still deserve to live and grow and still experience a lot more out of life, or being soldiers or whatever. And if you went with them and died, I feel like that's something that they wouldn't have been able to bear on their conscience, at least Tucker, because he's the leader of everything. So I do like the fact that Tucker is coming to those leadership decisions. Felix is also on the way. So the fact that Felix is on the way, Locust seems to be on the way. Maybe he mentioned something about an escort. I know him and his goons just left, but I feel like maybe he was like, give him like 30 minutes, and then they were like evac immediately. They need an escort. Caroline is doing something. I don't know what. I feel like I wonder if Carolina is setting up the pieces to get a third party involved, right? I still don't know about Malcolm. I still don't know about Charon. I'm gonna keep saying this because this shit is like, why hasn't this been mentioned yet? I'm like still curious about that. So I feel like maybe she's having all of these pieces moving in certain ways to get the queen to come out, to get the king to come out of its spot, to make that move. I don't really know what she's doing. I don't know if she's discovered any new stuff. I don't know if she's come across any Project Freelancer remnants, because that's the whole point of why her and Epsilon left. But overall, I think this is a really entertaining episode for the most part. A lot of new information, a lot of new things to break down and look at and discuss more in depth. Obviously, these are my initial opinions, but I think most of it is in the reaction for you guys, so I hope you enjoyed. This is going to be a very interesting season to watch back again for the Season 12 review, especially with how the rest of it plays out. I think after the next batch, we'll be over the halfway mark, and I'm going to still try to finish up Season 12 and Season 13 around the time Ruby Volume 8 premieres, so hopefully you guys still look forward to that. But I really like this batch. I cannot believe the Reds and Blues got their leaders back. Everyone is back together. I'm just wondering what happens now. Felix is on the way. Locust, we discovered a bit more about. Carolina is still doing things behind the scenes. And now that they got the Reds and Blues back, does that mean they're just going to go back? You know what I mean? Because technically they're done. The whole point was like, help us in this war and we'll help you get your friends back and then you can leave. But Tucker and them got what they wanted, so this is an opportunity for them to just dip. I don't think they're going to, but I wonder what the next course of action is. Now, also, while in captivity, I wonder if someone like Washington or Sarge or anyone learned any new information while being captive, that will be relevant to the overall plot of what's going on Chorus. But I think that's everything that I wanted to mention. This, like I said, this was a very, very, very entertaining batch of episodes that I really appreciated. I really enjoyed. We learned a lot more about Felix and Locust. We learned a lot more about the position of Vanessa Kimball. We got more interactive moments between the mentors and the proteges, and as wonky as it was, the mission was successful to a degree. Granted, I still think Carolina had a little bit of influence there, but with all of that said, thank you guys all so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed my thoughts, my reactions of this batch of episodes. Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And another big thank you goes out to all of my patrons over on patreon.com/murderofbirds. Thank you guys so much for the kindness, generosity, support. I'm really happy for a lot of you guys who have been, you know, showing your ongoing support of my early access videos for Red versus Blue, and hopefully that continues with Ruby for those of you who enjoy the series. And I want to give an extra special thank you to everyone who's been showing support in the seasonal maiden tier and higher, and that goes to AIMEE Burgess, Armadillo, Blue Rat 138, Chaz Lazration, Luke Marshall, Ride the Lightning, Scott Porter, Shadow Thief, Supermonaman, The Disturbed Guy, Diesel 75, Zach Feifel, Bungle Queen, Ezra Lee, Ian Dodd, Jacob Iyer, Jamie Coleman, Juberski, Kiba Bodaway, Matthew Trapp, Michael, and Zombie Killer 451. Thank you guys all so much for the support. I really hope you guys enjoyed all the videos. Like I said, leave your thoughts in the comments down below, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Take care.